Hi everyone, I'm Kate from Stretch Pilates. I'm going to take you through a stretching routine today. I'm going to hold all the stretches for about 15 seconds. You can repeat them if you'd like at home or hold them for longer, but hop on your mat and follow along with me. We're going to stand at the back of your mat. We're going to start off with a roll down. You're going to inhale, exhale, chin to chest, and curl slowly all the way down. Make sure that your knees have got a micro bend in them so they're not locked. Curl all the way down, and then relax your hands, relax your shoulders, relax your head and your neck. And you're going to inhale there. Exhale, pull your belly button to your spine and gently come up against that imaginary wall behind you. Shoulders down, head's the last thing to come up. We'll go again. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest. Curl slowly all the way down. Relax at the bottom. Enjoy how this feels in your body. You might find you tight in one area. Just feel where everything is and send your breath to the areas that are tight. Inhale, exhale, scoop your belly and gently curl all the way up, restacking on top of your hips. Shoulders down, head's the last thing to come up. We're going to do one more. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest, and keep exhaling as you curl slowly all the way down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, pull your belly button to spine. And gently curl all the way up. To stretch your neck, you're going to look over your right shoulder and you're going to just reach your left fingertips towards your feet. Should feel a nice stretch across the top of your shoulders. Head goes back to center, over your left shoulder, reach those right fingertips towards the mat. Look over to your right shoulder again. Come back in about a diagonal looking down to your armpit and place your right hand gently on top of your head. And again, reach your left fingertips towards the mat. Take your hand off your head first, then your head comes back up. Look over to your left armpit, head down, place your left hand gently on your neck, or on your head, sorry, and reach your right fingertips towards the mat. Hand comes off your head first, head up, just look down to your chest. So you're tucking your chin into your chest. Nice stretch at the back of your neck. Good, head comes up. Just going to roll your shoulders backwards and then roll them forwards. And then place your right arm across your chest and use your left hand on your elbow just to push it towards your left shoulder. Should feel a nice stretch along here. And then swap over to the other side. So left hand goes across your body. Use your right hand to push your elbow towards your right shoulder. Right hand behind your head, push down on your right elbow. Should feel a nice stretch in your triceps. Keep your body up nice and tall. Remember to keep engaging your TA and pelvic floor as you're in this position. Should get into the habit of trying to engage it all the time. Remember, it doesn't have to be at 100%. 25 to 40% is perfect. And over to the other side. Okay, interlace your hands behind your back and just stretch your hands as far up your back as you can. Should feel a nice pull in the front of your shoulders. And then you can also lean down and pull towards the mat and raise your chest forward. Okay, interlace your hands behind your head. Stand hip width apart again, or fist width apart. Elbows in your peripheral view, and you're just going to bend to the right for a nice side stretch. And up to the center, over to the left. Try and keep that top elbow back. And up to center. Another way to stretch the sides is to just let your right fingertip slide down your thigh. Nice lateral flexion. And back up to center, over to the left. Relax your ear towards your shoulder. Gives you a bit of a neck stretch too. And then up, and then just twist your body to your right. And back to center, to your left. Try and keep your hips, knees and toes facing forwards. And back to center. Good. We're going to come to the front of your mat. We're going to do some pelvic curls. Place your arms parallel distance apart. And then you're going to sit down. And use your hands at the last possible minutes to help you down to the ground as elegantly as possible. Feet are fist width apart. Knees are in line with your toes, so make sure that they don't flop out. Keep them parallel. Arms out in front of you, shoulders away from your ears, and you're going to curl slowly down. Try and put your lower back on the mat first. Then your middle back. Then your upper back. Then your shoulders, and then your head. You're going to bring your feet in closer to your bum. Widen your collarbones, push your arms into the mat, and reach those fingertips toward your heels. Feel the weight in all 10 toes. Pelvis is in neutral, so if you were resting a bucket on your pelvis, it would be level. It wouldn't be tipping either way. You might have a little arch in your lower back, just depending on how you made. So this is a neutral pelvis. Then you're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, squash your lower back into the mat. Activate those glutes and hamstrings. And gently lift all the way up. At the top, there should be a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. You're going to inhale here. And then exhale to curl slowly down through your upper back, then your middle back, then your lower back, and lastly pelvis goes back to neutral. We're going to go again. You're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, imprint that spine. Squash your lower back into the mat. Peel your bones off one at a time off the mat. All the way up to the top. Try and keep those hips as stable as possible. You're going to inhale there. Exhale, curl slowly down through your upper back. Then your middle back. Then your lower back. And back to neutral. It's a nice massage for your spine. We go again. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, squash your lower back into the mat. Gently peel your spine off the mat, one vertebra at a time, all the way up to the top. I want you to make sure you keep your ribs down, tighten TA. You're going to raise both arms to the ceiling and then back behind you, only as far back as you can still keep your ribs down. And then you're going to leave your arms there and you're going to curl slowly down through your upper back, then your middle back, then your lower back. Pelvis back to neutral, arms come back to your sides. Let's do one more of those. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, squash your lower back into the mat. Gently peel your spine off the mat, one vertebra at a time. Arms raised to the ceiling and back behind you. Keep pulling those ribs down. This is a nice stretch for the shoulders. Curl slowly down through your upper back, then your middle back, then your lower back, and pelvis goes back to neutral. Arms come back down. Nice. You're going to do a roll up so that we get into a seated position. So arms behind your head, keep those ribs down, glue your inner thighs together and point your toes. You're going to inhale, raise your arms to the ceiling, nod your head. Exhale, imagine that you're being punched in the stomach and use those abdominals to pull you all the way up into a big capital C shape. Nice. We're going to do a spine stretch. So lengthen or open your legs the width of the mat. Flex your toes, sit up nice and tall on those sit bones. Imagine that you've got a piece of string pulling your head towards the ceiling, so neck is nice and long, arms parallel. You're going to inhale, exhale, chin to chest, and roll down and forwards. Hands go between your toes. You're going to inhale there, and exhale to restack. So this is like a roll down, but you're in a seated position. So our feet are flexed. Imagine that you're standing on the ground. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest, and roll all the way forwards. You're going to inhale there, exhale to curl back up. We'll do two more. Inhale to prepare, exhale, chin to chest, curl down and forwards. Inhale there, exhale to restack. And last one. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest, and roll down and forwards. Inhale there, exhale to roll back up. Nice. We're going to stretch out our piriformis muscles. So you're going to place your left leg straight along the mat, right foot over about where your left knee is. You're going to use your left elbow and pull it towards your left shoulder. Should feel a nice stretch here. If you'd like to also have a back stretch, you can place your right hand back behind you and look behind you. And come back to the center. Let's swap over. So right leg straight, left leg bent, right elbow around your left knee, pulling it to your right shoulder. And then if you want a nice twist, left hand goes to the back. Sit up nice and tall. back to center. Another way to stretch this out is figure of 4. So place your foot just above your left knee on your thigh. Place your hands behind you for support, fingertips facing away from you. And you're just going to slide your left foot up. And then you're going to aim to push your right knee away from you. If you want to intensify the stretch, you can pull your left foot even closer to your bum. Okay, and then you swap over to the other side to slide that leg down. Left foot above right knee on the right thigh. Pull your right foot in closer to your bum. Push your left knee away from you. Should feel a nice stretch here. Don't collapse into your shoulders. Make sure your chest is forward and you're sitting out of your shoulders. Okay, next you're going to bring your left foot into your right thigh. Flex that right foot. You're going to get your trunk to face your toes. Raise both arms to the ceiling. Inhale and then exhale, fold forwards and let your hands rest wherever is comfortable for you, your calves, your ankles or your toes. And then slowly come up. Another one we're going to do while we're on this side is place your right palm up, forearm onto the mat or as close to the mat as you can get it. And then you're going to look at your right hand and bring it over your head if you can. Come up slowly and let's swap over to the other side. So left leg straight, right foot into your left thigh, left toes flexed or foot flexed. Face your toes. Inhale, arms to the ceiling. Exhale, fold forwards. Either grab onto your calves, your ankles or your toes, wherever is comfortable for you. And then come up slowly, left palm up, left forearm on the mat. Look towards your right hand and bring it over your head. Relax your left ear towards your left shoulder. And then slowly come up, place the soles of your feet together and encourage your knees to the floor. Your nice inner thigh stretch. So you can also use your elbows to push your knees down. Just make sure you're sitting up tall on those sit bones and hold that stretch. You can raise both arms to the ceiling and exhale, fold forwards. Rest your chin on your chest. And then use your hands to slowly sit up again. Another stretch for your back. Place your right hand into your right foot. Bend that knee and then push your foot into your hand. You'll feel a nice stretch in your back, and you can also use your foot as a lever to move. It'll stretch in different places in your mid-back. And let's switch to the other side. So left foot into left hand. Bend your knee, push that left foot into your left hand. And then you can also move it around to find a specific spot that needs stretching. Okay, cross your legs. Sit nice and tall on those sit bones. Raise both arms to the ceiling. Right hand goes down in line with your thigh and just flop over to the side, keeping that right hand reaching over and pushing into your forearm. You can also be on your hand, it just depends whatever your range is. Should never force a stretch, it should be like a nice pain, not a sore pain, if that makes any sense. And then come all the way up, go down onto the other side. And you can sit up. Okay, we're going to go onto all fours and do a cat stretch. So make sure that your hands are below your shoulders and your knees are below your hips. You're going to inhale, push your bum out, lift your head forwards. So nice arch in your lower back. And then you're going to exhale, pull your belly button to your spine and round your lower back and push away from your hands. And then you're going to inhale, do the opposite. Head goes up, bum out, arch in your lower back. Exhale, tuck your tail, pull your belly back into your spine, round those shoulders, and push away from your hands. We'll do one more. Inhale, arch your lower back, and exhale, round that spine. Then you're going to sit back on your heels in a rest position. Your knees can either be together or out as wide as the mat, and just reach your hands forwards, push your forearms into the mat. You can rest your forehead on the mat and try and encourage your bum to your heels. You should feel a stretch in your shoulders as well as your back. Then move your hands over to the right-hand side. Reach your left hand higher than your right. And try and push your bum into your heels. And try and push your forearms into the mat. Go back through center, over to the left. Reach your right hand higher than your left. Encourage those forearms to the mat, as well as your bum to your heels. Another way to do to stretch out your bum is to do the pigeon stretch. So place your right leg, if you can't get it parallel with the mat, that's absolutely fine, wherever is comfortable for you. And then you're going to square off your hips, so hips are facing the mat. And you're just going to go down as far as you can. If that's where it's comfortable for you, stay there. Otherwise, you can go down onto your forearms, and you can also rest your head on the mat. Should feel a nice stretch here. Encourage those hips to the mat. And just breathe nice and slowly and deeply. If you're feeling somewhere that's tight, try and imagine sending your breath there. Use your hands to bring yourself up again. And then you're going to switch to the other side. Use your hands to come up. Swing your leg around. We're going to do one last stretch for your lower back. Going to place your arms out into a T position. Bring your right leg up to 90 degrees. Use your left hand over your right knee to pull it across. And look towards your right hand. Bring that knee back up, lengthen it along the mat. Left knee comes up to 90. Place your right hand on your left knee and look towards your left hand. And back. And then go onto your right hand side and push yourself up. Thanks very much. I hope you feel nice and stretched after that.